I live stream on YouTube a lot and I enjoy it. However, there seems to be a glitch regarding revenue or super chats. And I'm making this video so that fellow creators could be aware of it in case it's an issue for them, but also so that Team YouTube can see it and take it more seriously, as they should. I live streamed on July 30th, and about 24 hours after, I checked analytics to see that it was saying that I made 5 transactions or super chats during that stream. And that seemed a little bit strange because I remember 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50. But I'm not new to YouTube. I know that sometimes analytics can be delayed. So I thought I'd just give it some time, even though it's strange that just 5 would randomly populate. A couple days later, I had already then done another stream on the 31st, which, when I checked analytics, populated correctly. It was about 60 super chats or 64. And that's right. That's what I expected for that stream. The money seemed right. But then when I went back to the 30th, it was still showing 5 transactions. And this was alarming because now it was no matter of time because a new stream had been made. In YouTube Studio, you can look at channel level to see all the super chats that you've received. And I wanted to cross-reference the donations that I received during that stream with what was showing up in analytics. And sure enough, there was a lot more than 5 being shown. So something was clearly wrong. And as a YouTube partner, I'm able to contact someone directly at YouTube with any questions or concerns. Now, I didn't screen capture this conversation, but I can sum it up for you. I let them know the situation, that it was showing 5 transactions or super chats were made during that live stream when really there was a larger amount. And their first guess was refunds. And I said that that's very unlikely because the same people that donated to me during that stream ended up donating to me on the next stream on the 31st, and none of that seems to be refunded. Those numbers seem to be correct. And they did agree that that did seem strange. They followed up saying, okay, could you email us some screenshots of the donations that you think you should have? And I said, sure, yeah, I can send you screenshots of information that I'm getting on your website. So I sent an obnoxious amount of screenshots to them showing all the donations with different people, different amounts, different messages, all from that same stream. And then a screenshot of my analytics showing that only 5 super chats and $10 worth was showing up. By the next day, they responded to that email saying that they didn't see anything wrong with analytics, that the 5 on that day on the 30th seemed correct, but they also noticed that 60 were showing up on the 31st. That led me to believe that the person I was speaking to was implying it could have been carried over because it was past midnight or something. So 5 were made on the 30th, but the rest were then on the 31st. And I explained to them there must be some confusion. I ended up streaming on the 31st as well and sent screenshots to them. And even if it was carried over to the next day, why would it show up in a different live stream's analytics and not the 30th's live stream analytics? What if I didn't stream on the 31st? It didn't make sense. Throughout all this, I tried adding Team YouTube on Twitter. They said just keep on talking to the person that you're talking to in the email. I then got a final response from Team YouTube saying, I appreciate your interest. We don't have any other information. They then let me know that I should contact the refund team to see if there's any refunds, which I had already stated wasn't the case. And as frustrating as this is, I hate how this sounds. This sounds like a YouTuber who's complaining about not getting his paycheck and his super chats and being money hungry. But this is real money coming from my fans, but it's just disappearing randomly. Given an analogy, let's say you gave $50 to someone and they said that they were going to give 40 of that to charity, but then they didn't. Wouldn't you go after that person and say, where's the money? Why didn't it go to charity? And where is it? And I would like it back, or I'd like it to go to charity. You'd be upset, rightfully so. None of my viewers said that they refunded this or they got refunded this, nor is it in their nature to. Hell, I would rather it be refunded and know that they got their money back instead of it just randomly disappearing. What alarms me the most is the fact that I could have missed this. 5 versus 60 is a huge number. What if it was 59 versus 60 and I didn't catch this and that $5 that little Johnny gave me is just gone? I don't think there's a conspiracy going on here. But the amount of tweets and emailing and whining that I have to do is embarrassing for me. But in the sense that this revolves around money, it's very alarming that YouTube isn't taking this seriously. If you're a creator, I would check your analytics, make sure that you've received the money that your fans wanted you to receive. If you've gone through this, please let me know. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I feel terrible even complaining about this. And I feel like just shoving it under the rug, like whatever, it's just another L to take when it comes to YouTube. There's bigger things that I should be worrying about. But this is my fans. Do whatever you want to me, but don't mess with my fans. The sad part is, despite their denial of the issue here, if they were to watch the stream back, they would see that one singular donation equals more than what analytics is showing. Am I missing something here, YouTube? How does that make sense?